sabre wa kura wu tutu anu ahwe hu so yie pa funtum franfu dencham franfu omo nyina furu ya ba ko ne so mo didi anu omo pre obra no yemfam yembo mo obi wunua wo fa se we die ne so wa wo die no ya mo ani nko ho na ye dan ye abusha ba kum na ko we bo na so bo na tese mo asosom na mo komo ani mo ani sa emamu nyina jo ye mamu akwa ba no nsia na aboi no memu nsema woto a yensa ka ya boaboa no se kase bo ena abusha pani Kwabena himi ena nwumre yi wato ne buase wasemu ama yuji cardinal otu wabo na chidom enu achi akonaki enso etechire se yemfa nsem ne mra ensem na kasa de obuase nyame so Martina Abrosa tenten so nkom wanum ne ebutuo ne edi gu mframam wo time 96.9 FM kasa fidie ne so hye so se allo sport allo parliament edu sa abre yi a kasa ebo ne gugumpa ene ekonekon ubedru onamra nte kwa ne yade wo mu twa bi no mu tie kasa ebo no mu hwebo no mani age no mu bosiri na jese honna ni jenkwa na taxi drivers ni trotro driver chichire fuei chichire trotro fo no wo mo so yedi demsa e wo kwa no so wo new the chua be pon so kwa kwa Ghost Time Information Center openikasi amufa was a time news ya demu awo bia etiedi na enye no kwa ene ekọ ne kwa charity house chapel kwa no so wo bedru na Goliath Asamoah ties wono so se apes ye didamu ha chesa manfo biebie mu na nwumre wo mo bepa nsem watie no ese wani nyese ka kire wo na nsem na mo beti no bi enie closag empanimfo enom de betu dwase enne wo mu ginam kase pa closag for co strike wo mo so mo condition of service niema nkoye Ghana abaya nya bibia amfa ho a pa so mbekọ adwuma de alata moi maane amane moi mata moi omo boma betu gwen close for so mo kwanna nkotena ye de wonsem beto manim ewe ye kase ebonu mo na garu mrasebe dani de atu dwase wo hwe enne ukọ Middle East wo ni ato bomb buya ya na akọbọ oil tankam ni ato bomb buya ya na akọbọ oil bim na akọbọ chemicals im ubonse tuafa wiem wo se etim de yare ba pa na ebe ya ye fra bibi ecocide law empenfo ni ehyem kina se be obi obesa ade ni bia no betim de mra abodi trimu na Ghana so wo hwe sesi ano ye diamond ho nsensem penfo che se ye hyem kina ye pa se be ya ye kọ animu no eniema betimi akọ na ayi yekọ amanoni nsemu a Iran ye nyina ni tua nanu Ayatollah Khamenei na Israel ni America fo boni ekọ bomb ekum no omakoyi Mutaba Khamenei de wo ye ne ba enanadu ya wa strike eye Israel watoto bomb ko wase de ne papa ye no Croatia de ono ba ye Israel fo no enyasem kitu abete wonsem ensem we kan abuso ye Kwabena minta kan no se wanu mo kopo so da dwuma ba kokko pra wo kumase no abane din sese egwa komo ba ko je yare hwede sese ya ye ba bekirem ne de amamo wo wie ka bibi fa mpox yale e ba ye afie twamu ne ho se ba bia sese akodru ne ho pomponso no emu nchemu no ye de beba na eye yeru akwese akwa Alexander wa ya chim da amra se bedwane wo se sani enso ye ne sa na wi abaye se Ukraine Russia ni Ukraine to connect mi anya nsunsu so Ghana so a Iran ni America ni Israel de ntimi nya de ntine maneka sa ye de munsem beba na wozi ase topa ye bia koto Ghana fo soja fo mo Lebanon ama ba akokra de ba bi odane mu eden na UN secret United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres say enya dia etwa ye won mo yesa no wo ma mo akra eno so mu nkyeremu na nwumre ye de ba abuso ensem no nyuma ko we na so yasene the Infinix Smart 20 abejaso bomotina onsanka bi eye kama pa 64 gig room and a 4 gig RAM 128 gig room and 4 gig RAM eye kama papa na we no o hwe ne voice ne pa mu da pure voice technology the voice ne ye kama san so na ne battery no eno so ye kama ne ho den atese unya Infinix Smart 20 ne bia ebeboa we pa na nwumre ya mabomade na onsa enkeka bi na BBD essential oil no yete ye kote ho ye bema tie ho kote ye kitua bi a wote ye ho ebebobo ya inki bebem betim di abadwuma betim di bedi ama ho ato 0502011421 na onsanka BBD essential oil ni bi Dr. Ike ko aten ena nwumre wade therapy 90 machine abedwa so etimi boa blood circulation ye pa je ni pedua no ho adwuma eye therapy 90 machine era wodi aba typhoid, syphilis, diabetes, gono, menstrual pains, body pains, nyano, ubetu asiye diama. Fra 0247-238-936. Ofrenwa, wenu ebekasa, ne niyama kuye diama. Emetrap Herbal Clinic, wase cataract, glaucoma, ubiwe chida wonhuadie ye, bomadi ya nebra, boase, pomposu, opposite, na kwesi fosu warehouse wa. Fra 0257987311. Na eneneenshimbom. Afei, yemfika se bonus, ye frame na ke Yeboah, abrewana na pesemaka, mene.
Esifi di share, ofona na Kwame Marfo.
Afei, yenko nsebini mo close sag mpanimfo aba bonti de abetu dwase wo mo cost strike. Eden na ma close sag, eco strike yi, yene wopenikesi a oba asante mantemu a wo ye close sag organizer Said Ishaku, Ashanti Regional Close sag organizer. Yene ni din komane abusa ne se denti na strike yi emu aye de sa. Said odi menka majwe.
Yeah, Yeboah.
Akra na ho ye de.
Yamwadum, na wo so ya.
Yensu ye ho ye pa. Close sag mpanimfo enya ne ntese mo cost strike. Strike ya dai muko emere bi ma ya ka kire mo se munya abotre. Kasa ne nkosi ya na Musa akobiewi.
No credit muti ya ne no credit do. The edit crime am fanti ama whateful nara. Ene omamu nyebre. Ene close act members a omo Ashanti Regional nyina amacha obibiara. No credit close act ya call strike. Now, that's a interview now was strike, but we need a different issue altogether. First one I call another regarding the appointment of death and birth registry.
Mekai papa no e boni na na mo say one name rank mu na aba bedru sa no.
Very good. Now you have buying any appointment, but maybe no the conditions of service. After 2019, then the President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, now by the conditions of service. Now, the genesis will say, on other sectors, nurses, doctors, teachers, I'm going to call. All right. Now, occupy public positions, political positions as a second job. But in our case, your members will be Standing Assembly members. Any MP position now, as you say, as an association, we call courts for interpretation. That they are court. Number interpretation.
Yeah.
Jerry call on the court actually say and you can say politics. I say and departments agencies are bank and involving in politics. Our constitution. Until Ghana police service, immigration, judicial service. There are also about 6 institutions are entering your politics. Now, civil service and then local government staff accounts. Now, just institutions we will separate salary structure as such single spine. Until young one, I was a category I was single spine. But I will say, and I only abandoned as a business was since 2019. But the other one say any abandoned agreement 2020 and a COVID-19 in here. Which as an association I will abandon or able to hardship as a sympathizing with abandon. From then we want to me and yet abandon as a up to the year 2023. And I think 22 more baby and I agree with the following year, 2024, the implementation conditions for service number.
Okay.
But 2024, Oma implemented. Which is the team and some say, yeah, implementation, all can for at the time. Yeah, implementation, but partially, Ministry of Finance, your colleagues are more enkwa no mo enjoy sa conditions of service.
Oh, okay. It's only one Ministry of Finance no enjoy that.
Enjoy, but the rest of us no any condition of service no so. And until any aban we buy, also governance is continuous. Do you think say really aban that anu na isa senti we German ka. Continue so until any aban we no so buy no we no amudi sa so no, but they say omu left of coming. Messing piece ebia yebeye ne se amam yebeye ne se nti yepese yen normal ho se ade ni ade a ehia ye nti conditions of service asem na yekam na enuntina strike
Said sa condition of service we onye sure say ne fa bi na wo mo de maamo no government machinery no onye sure say ne fa bi na mo tua de maamo no.
Yes, I said, we are calling on strike. I think this is the third time. The last time you called was in 2023. And I buy me a catcher say, government machinery allowance. And over earlier, I think about 5 years ago.
But it was part of condition of service in Yeboah.
A part of it, but the entirety of the condition of service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, part of the condition of service. Last time I called, I said no, or pay a chop. Continue my but Obama support Sakra until say implementing. But implementation is long overdue. But I say other institutions they have separate salary structure as such single spine. It's long say no. I say I buy no agro. Anything I say
I buy way buy you know. What you know sinkonya edi nkomo ama o maboma no ho ba bi say per that agreed condition of service in hihye amoye to ho no wo mo be implementation na mammo ebere bi ana wo mo nyai wo mo ni mu ndi ho nkomo bia
o say handing over no aban no ekon o say sector bi I hand over now to the new government. What I say our issues were handed over to the new government. So this is what is on board. It's aban no ban on him, but I think the minister in charge right now on take it serious. He waits until we strike or we do something, then he comes to talk about it. But he's been failing to engage us. He's been failing to engage us appropriately. Either than that, and because issue we and can resolve that other.
That is a message here. Moba abai ba ye kra no. Minister ni mu nhiada.
On other setting meeting, I don't want to reveal a lot of things, but on other setting schedule meeting, you won't go by the meeting plans. Okay, but we have met with the Service Commission, any abano, but the engagement center is there is some delay tactics being added. Anything this time
me person me who say a condition of service we know basically salary enhancement ana
yes salary enhancement but yes I say no share different salary structure altogether affect the single span. With the single span salary structure different salary conditions of service. It's a salary structure, but is an enhanced salary structure affects the single span salary structure.
Okay. And no na ye say wo mo ebe implement na apija niemem.
Yes. And no na ye pese mo implement my na aban e ye ma obedu ma.
Na menya ne tie se nyame ya adomo a mampani be share organized labor about aban adwuma yefo mu yedie mu sikasem ne mu ntoto ye ne ade sa meeting no say yama mo krata
mama krata yeah mean but you declaring your intentions you answer na krata by and we can wait till that date until yeah, person move your stance and sana even we go for that engagement.
Mate Said, mama no was a part when you know who says yes Kwame ben you buni say nkwan die tasa bi no mana
Sana
dia mu ye nyina here with interest you
and quiet down I'm
one council with us party really the papa mu close it's close up for no
thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. Yeah, Gina, right. Close like Gina. We got people down. Nah, you can close our organizer Ashanti region. And you need to come away.
I was here now. You're from the Hong Kong from wine. I'm on for back and almost and so I feel Kemuno. And I bind the buyer say, yeah, confer soldier for any bamboo jumeku. It's you when anybody was a srag, you man, no hoba domino. Kona kofa unkata and a fail. We are now walk quiet training, sending another be a Fibian or Moyan. Na encrafting can buy Nanyas and the sunset. One man almost a mocopes ride, you many biano. A nippano cobo pay so much, shunty. A big crowd to an anonymous yado. Na encadiana cobas any pay wouldn't no be any one. Sabra no na any pay one cano. Not when it's a more sentimentum cropo kumasimua. One was sentimentum no more person mocoes ride, you many biano. One was a more pay so sa. Ema nipa ba ko de nyame amfafia nkasa amle nkono nso kura nkwa yefunura na so nyame fafia nti wote ase na enumu no ena free sa abra ni besi na ana Ghana fokro bi sese na tesa bibia ye nkan ekoba se nipa na wapra no won free nkan nti aso obi ayi nani enai mansofo ahwa pomde wonsam so yewra kwabna mintaka no ekọ mra hye bedwam ede ehun sunsuanso ne hu komobo ekọbo mra hye bedwafo ne se ewra ba fibuate a na nkoko pesere adwuma ni bia ya ukopra premu ade afi atwamu no eyade se eya aso eya wo mo ne hwe apomde hu nsam so e monitor se ne nneoma ekro e wo na ya rehwemu na se kobasa doctor for mo hwe no e be ka se da bi se ne wasi apra no ene se ne be ya ne ho beto no chese ne kwa ma no ne kra na kwhwe no a aso ya hwe apomde hu so se wo mo fasa ne mo nyina to mo so o de awura ne betu kwan na ne anema bia no behia ma ne ho atimi atono no wono ma yenti nyesa aban na yinani ewo awura Sandra ba fibuatia na nkoko pesera adwuma ye asantema ntemu a wokopra no dabi yenyi yani kra ye behwe no.
The Ministry of Health has remained actively engaged in ensuring Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital to ensure that Miss Sandra Bafi-Boateng receive the requisite specialist care and that every necessary step is being taken to expedite her treatment and recovery. Without disclosing sensitive clinical details, Mr. Speaker, I can confirm that the patient sustained serious injuries during the Ghana Armed Forces recruitment exercise held on 12 November 2025 at Baba Yara Sports Stadium, following which she received inpatient care under specialist supervision. The measures being implemented to support her treatment and recovery include ensuring that her medical bills are fully covered by government so that no cost is passed on to the patient or her family. This has been complemented by comprehensive care delivered through a specialist-led multidisciplinary team, together with the required rehabilitation and related social support to optimize recovery. The Speaker, the patient has since 26 February 2026.
Abusuanti aniati ya yero Kwabena mintaka no mansuafo a wana hwe apomde wonsam so na woto ne kasa so no che se eya mpox ya de akodi awu a afi otwa mu no so besensen yekomu no wonma abo hwe apomde wonsam so che se enipa ba ya pem ana Ghana fa na nyina no mpox ya de a afi otwa mu besra ye no wonum nya bie na enipa pem a wo munya sa ya de ne bi no ye nya enipa ne mu akoma edu a wo mutira nkoyeye na wo mutimi to nananom nse de nesese mprempre ya ye kasa de apomde adwuma yefo na ba amane se ya de no wo matimi asoso ano a aka nipa ne be ya ohane aduonu nan pe won mo munya bie no ai omobra pem no won mo munya bie na ka be ya ohane aduonu nan na tese ya de no yetimi atu ase akura de free Ghana na akopem se enipa o twatwa ho beto na free sa ya de no ho no enya de apomde aso ye no wo mo ti ada.
indices is that Ghana has recorded 1,038 confirmed cases and 8 deaths, largely among persons with underlying health conditions. 124 districts across all regions, representing 47.51%, have reported confirmed cases, with the Greater Accra and Western regions being the most affected. There's currently 1 case on admission with no critical cases. The response is being implemented through strengthened coordination and emergency operations, intensified surveillance and contact tracing with 21-day follow-up, and sustained laboratory testing at the National Public Health Reference Laboratory, the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, and the Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research Case Management and Infection Prevention and Control have also been reinforced, including supervised home isolation for mild cases and management of moderate to severe cases in designated facilities with support from the Ghana Infection Disease Center. In addition, risk communication and community engagement have been intensified through public education and engagement with community leaders.
Kwabena mintaka no mansuafo a wo hwapomde wonsam so won na wo mrasebe dwam enkabo ene announcement wo de mrasebe dwafo no eno no
yenko Ghana mrasebe dwafie wa bio ene da yi ni nyina ni se mrasebe dwani o wo garu abaton pesua so Dr. Thomas Anaba ene odi atudwa wo chese na se ntokwasemu amanomre so Middle East ya tututuo ni bombo to ene wobeti na bombo ni namu didimaya o ni atone nam hakikim ni atubi na wuram bobom yam chese bombo no toa ni yeto ewa sampesua no so na uko Middle East ya yetimi tu bomb na akobo shipum yetimi tu bomb na akobo petrol emma crude oil yetimi tu bomb na akobo chemical bim na explode ade no so na wiem ekobasa ye ne etete eba bi kura ye hunu ronse ba wiachi na akofa ya de ena dia ba beto ye so abusia asemi wo penin kasie ba ko a waka ho asem eye Yewura Thomas Anaba wo se kebeya ye hwesi ye betimi enyamra emra bi wo o se samra no efre no ecocide law samra ye hyem kina na amama ye omoto bomb kobobo baby si atubom amna kobo bi shipum kapa wam ya tubom amna kobo bi crude oil mu ya tubom semra wo ho asafo ni nyino mbejai yinti.
We can polish up this international fever that is going around now in 11 countries, that ecocide should be a crime to humanity and that it should be punishable by law, by international laws. If this is actually realized and the whole world accept that ecocide is punishable by law, I think even wars in the world will change the methods of fighting our wars. We see today oil refineries are being blown out, which is causing chemicals all around the world. We've seen how water plants in countries like Iran, like in Israel, are being blown up, which is destroying ecosystems. I think I really support the call by the leader that we should make ecocide a crime against humanity, so that wars fought around the world, no one will attempt to blast an oil refinery, because today Iran and Israel, they are suffering the consequences. I'm not only talking for Ghana. We have to be patriotic and we have to be human beings, because that alone is causing fumes across, and people will start developing diseases as a result of those chemical reactions.
I was avoid to way as about Pericasi, what you have to jaw, which was a Yamian Cranial Bonsam Tikopo. Sa bomb here to trouble bob chemical, Muabu Boniama who do me. Hey, yeah, show, not your fancy shabin trop. Na, yeah, North Korea, or Moman Penia, Nafudu, ye nip. Onusu ko jabi tumwa sa ni nuclear weapon no jabi tumwa ebe na wiem sa no de nya weapon nya etuo bum ya o eno ne ja tumwa sen ka me ne kwa betie bo si eni ko sha eni ewu ena musin na ekum ni pasa he wo mo advance papa a enya asem ketwa na eno na openikase ye Ghana openi bi da tuja wo chese wo ye Diamond Export Control kebe ye mpenifo ehwini ehyem kinapa na niam ntimi da na kwa mu ene okọ dwumadie sunkubi e course na Kimberley process review course e won crime ena ensema wo do course na Ghana Gold Board wono ena woye chief executive officer yero asame jamfi ena na wodi tudwa wo cheso Ghana ye ready papa say ye betimi ahye ye diamond nimu kena ne ntotoye na mo tuo hye de be ya ye betimi anya so nkitaw dipa na se ye betimi anya nsusu asopa na aboa amanyema akonkan.
As a diamond producing country, Ghana remains firmly committed to the principles, objectives, and requirements of the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme. Our participation in the KPC reflects our determination to ensure that diamonds produced and exported from Ghana are handled in full compliance with international standards and contribute meaningfully to national development and the well-being of our people. Over the years, our national KPC scheme implementation framework has been anchored on strong interagency coordination, which brings together the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and its allied agencies like the Minerals Commission, continue to uphold robust export controls, traceability systems, and verification protocols to ensure that our diamond remains conflict-free and responsibly sourced. In recent years, Ghana has undertaken deliberate reforms to further strengthen governance across the diamond value chain. These include improvements in inspection and verification mechanisms, strengthened internal control systems, enhanced data management processes, and sustained capacity building for technical and frontline personnel.
Yero asame jamfi Gold Board CEO nene enieti
na abusayem konsam fufuro mu na yada so wa mrasebedwam atem da mrasebedwani onunyamfo eye akwa kwasi akwa ene ne mrasebedwam wakasa na wase wiase ayese kan edi kokosa chichiri ho no yamaso na biom ntakrabo nyina obi apen ba bia fa no odwane enanu bi atwamuo ndisi aban anasa ndisi muamanyoko mu nkrofo wo mo de apaso bi yam pipitiri ho sako ema tese MPP no munya aba kra ntenwe ninyina aye ebra sikasam ho ya den nam Russia ni UK fo ntokwa bi omukoma so ene COVID-19 ya de kodie wo ya de besense amansan nyina akomuo na ma wiase amansan nyina sikasam to nsrepe no sabre no MPP amanyoko ni mu mpanimfo chirechire ma kire Ghana fo de ntia ama sikasam no ho ya den na to nsrepe a wo mo se o dabi Russia ni UK fo ntokwa no bomb ne bi ma Ghana ha na Russia hona kura akwa ho kire ni wo se de wo Ghana no eti mpanimfo na ntimi nyom hyehyeye ene omo mfa ne omengu akwa menye Russia ni Ukraine tokwa bia omo ka sasam na ama ne to Ghana fo tiri ma Ghana fo no ye emagidi se jama mo MPP fo no kura de omo nim economy ne ho hwe omo nim amamuo ne ho hwe chese omo nya bibi de hye no na eno ne yewura Alexander Kwasi akwase omo de omo kakọ omo ngase puduo nhye na emom se hye omo so ndisi fo brebre omo ngase omo omo mfo omo nko na wamunhwe na entokoye ba na wotwe twamu ewo Iran ne Israel ne America fo ntem no ankofa bibibone ama wamunkase bibibone mra demom senam santokwa no so di bibibone ba Ghana na wa wo ndisi nipa ba beka se Israel ne Iran ntokwa ntina ama sa anyoma na ye komu na komu no ho na abetewo kakanka se Russia ne Ukraine wo antimi anyehwe a tirese Iran ne eye America nso ntokwa no entimi nya rezanse wiase se ekurari mpadua na nyahwe akroma hu nipa nyahwe
Russia ni Ukraine entokwa no a omo boya no sisi mi emboso biom na yento bomb fi Russia emeto ha no na ye Europe Dr. Rivers say hoda Ghana ye oyo dodo no efiba Iran die ya ye kan mu no yade no ye mfi hododo eso no kakra no ato ye president said we should brace ourselves up it is no anyahwe dia Adenti da we dey eba baby. We see kama ho it has a way of always bringing us back to our feet. Na ye hunu the air cost wankasa. Ye na nka president fufu bi da wo so a ye kasa asemi enye yie. But ono a no wo opposition o se ye nkan anu ntum. Na de omo communicators na boy am so ni ade no. Enne ato ye adwuma. Yes, I saw about to more oil fields in the Adimpono. President said we should raise ourselves up. The Nick can say, young Peneso, and Tiasia say, oil no, and Tokoi, and the oil no one said, Beba, young Peneso, and Tiasia. Or mine, you're running a ye, or mine is a kabum, economic indices here, Papa, bibie ni ho no me ba ha ya gene yesi ato na efo so na oyo buo no ekofom petrol buo no ekofom yesi ato na efo so enti wuntimi me ka kire me say world prices ekosoro a eno de ato ntimi fo so
abusuanti aya atem da amra hye wedwane onwanyam for Alexander Akwasi akwa eno o chese se Russia na Ukraine wo ntokwa ba ma MPP for ka se enya sunsunso yesi kasem ho na NDC for be ka se nya saade a sabe pepe Iran ni America ntokwa no so entimi nya sunsunso ye nto akase ne so
abusafo ye to akase bo no so ye kwa abura asebu Kwame kese abato pesia so na emrahye bedwani ho yewra Felix kwache ofosu openi kese no wakasa se wonim se MPD na form sao was MPD din pa MPD din hwe ya mkobusa Honorable Imana Kwasi Jamfi former member of parliament wo Dotobri yewra Kwasi Jamfi wo pani kanim na shebedwani wo Dotobri he ya Jacobu ni fie wo Jacobu oba ni fie a satam o ya MP no oba ni fie a ura fie nim straight okwa Guinness malt bibia wa fridge nim bia tim ko yibi no abagubo minima kwa bia owura Kwasi Jamfi fie a ade se club no se club no difference won say obebo club no 4 5 owia no say we are horrible amiko we don't have say brai no have a love fair ade se wa ade so no bu Imana Kwasi Jamfi aba no wa dru fie ho no akobbo bia gu no bo ono bo won pamo onya ohwe yese fie ho de ni fie ho no na ho consulting room ubewere Imana Kwasi Jamfi fie a wo baby of friend consulting room or to when you say o yare a okwa no ahwe okay o yare no betime sika yare na wono no o ba ono no e ho ni na glass wo hu se wo ba na ebo wo de wo hu no onya kwotena ho a no afa ne bag no ote ho omo ko honorable ho abro honorable ti consulting room se de etienie enipa ba 284,000 no ma salai ubedru ano se ba sa na se bia se ntwofo de bidru ono ma Orao, yeah, Orao, bedru ya chira. This will be traffic. No, kwaya, obeti fa support mo. Na Honorable Imana Kwasi Jamfi MP ni dia no adi Jacobu ni pa. Mitimi hu se yewra me ba ye se bi no ye dia. Se hey, Jamfi ebi na news a me beken. Akwasi yewra Felix kwacho fosu asem nti da ma me kase you. Wakasa wo se MPD no sacrificial work o. Wo se sika, wo se bre. Wose ne ho kire no wose he obekwa ha we wo ha obekwa we wo ha e wo so ye wei e wo so ye wei wo so ye wei wo so ye wei wo so ye wei ni na ni ade we mu kopani die kura ye dan wo de tewa so na tie Felix kwache ofosu
MP do na suro sa ma for bo me chin say na ma koma no atu because that MP say break papa and nyasem kuma so we share impenifu ye adwuma wa ban sabata ne nso ni na mu a omo break pa any MPs the same thing say one say minister then a minister be crowd ha the dia shano crowd do crowd na number so be shop me and what presidency say as our presidency security checks are one crowd there wa kono so be ba so we need to do potin bia wo ba but MPs there so we na ekosie wa bra parliament akwa honjie ma na wo hwe ye na wo kufia obi ene be bia wote nti wo be sore no na nipa abodom pim aba wo so te ohaw bia o mo wo no wo sa wo so ano de ma wo mo na nipa ba akofo a te dia ketua minister je na wujibi aketua je na wujibi eno kra no wo hwe eka wo bone ni ye bia wo ya enya dia e do ko kantintin ya na wo ya wasan yi wo abotom sika e dia hwe nipa tise ni nyina obi ba o school fees obi se me yare obi se sen mi pesca ye adwuma ene nsem bebiri enso wo so ano na mpempi no se koba ne se amanfo te se bia MP se nya akade a ye nsofo a e wo ministries ene judiciary enya na akoyen nsem bebiri
eti abuja we de tiawa o asem no na wakani nyina no asem no openikese ndi atuja se MPD no ena form kra ena form enti eno no enti se wo MP a wo fie oba ofrin kra ba no obie ne pono to anytime bia timba be club no uba ne fie banum nsuo oba no asama oska kwasije akwasije mfi de mi amani twa bibi wo bi o wawe oba no ko consulting room and bag no na kakra tum oko break ana chese asa eno no fa chire wa no one from na MP anantida from na MP Debbie from na MP tahi hamo Debbie from na second deputy shama wuni pa shama Debbie mini odokra minim no da meni hu ni da me hu na di TV so am so otuaza o otuaza
enkomo ebedi ndako
ja me pese me hu Jacobu sese MP yewra me
oni atiamana abaska oni no wadi bio
ja wa faska jo o Kwame ja ya say be we second deputy speaker twice unim ska o
okay be second deputy no be di dia
Kwame men kasa
na first time first time
o ma ka MPB amitua no o ma kakra no ama pen e book ketwa se sai oh they went to keep records
they do the man sign
say oh confirm say o ma uska o ma uska na
o ma mo say
abramu wacho ye de ejita no wa hene kan dem je na twa na sign we no am keep records. I don't know they know.
Scout spending oh blood. We never. I'm gonna on me no for silver pia kani. Oh yeah, obuasi mensin na raba. Ya mami ene oba ye nyoma bebre no de ase na ni so a. Wo che se sene o mampanyi John Dramani Mahama na nkasa ba abuase bebo ntoa. Wo se abuasefo bo no. Wono so abeyo mampanyina nam sini oboase no be se nyoma wudo ni nyina no ebetimi abamu na ade ba ko a wono kai se wo mo bo ntoa mo hyebo ene se wo mo ba ade efro nursing training college bi ba dance memu anase oboase ya sanse so oba dance memu ya fom na pe ena nursing training ne bi wo training college nso a ewa ko kire na te se wo mo kropon na yeboase kese ni mumu no ye ni school pon bi awa ha ba ko ye won nhye su kra ya nkra de enti wo mo ba wo mbehwe nursing training college ne bi betimi abaha na eno na yema me fosila apia keni na no adana ga na nya finhye dosi ankro no wode tu dwase sa agenda na woni tirimu papa enche wo ba kwati ahumem ama nursing training college no ye frase na baabi a ye besi no ebe ye baabi a ye si trauma hospital kese wo bidie mu no se ne ebe ya anesefo no kura wie no mo pe baabi akwaje ntete a wo mo free we ni no mo ko na timi aboa apomden ewo boase ne mpatam
Niema bebre ne ye se wokọ kunka clinic a ne no ka se mprempren assembly si maternity clinic e de amakunka yankopon adom this year ye kọ akokate sword for a nursing training college trauma hospital in Chenho ye kọ akokate sword this year ya for a nursing training ye go so for a bar assembly babeje support for medicals ne niema ne nyina ye go so ye chese niema bebre na assembly ye na se nche assembly medical items in the hospital, government hospital. Into anyama bebre ena yeye.
Yama me first love appear Kenny. I am on some quanta. Homa hene ne deshia pa. Ena chase send never pa.
Ai kwame ye kase bon na ye sori kunya ni choi. Na ni nyina ni se nanu ne beto dwa se Iran wo supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei Israel for ni USA for na to bomb ama ko bo papa na ku no ama mu bo se be 40 something years wo tena so nie no ye kum ne de na free wo te se Saddam Hussein ni kani Libya mampani ye omuku ni ayayi na sa openi Ayatollah ye ku ni wono ne ba ne kwate ano ba ana ya nano ense nene nansa Iran fo no de ni si so medi ni papa de abante ne so opusu nyake o se de ni papa ye no kra de hwa anadwi wa je bombum ni na mua kwa blast Israel wa mu yi ba ko a wa to bombo no titim wa tutu agum a wo kase ne ni abrepa na de ni papa be no kra hwa wono so ba yire no ho na waboa se de be ya entutuye ne na motobi o mutuo betimi ama pepepe ya ba no eniema anso etime dana kwamu to se ntokwa ne de aluta continue woni Israel ne America fo de besie ni na wo mo de afi so na mom America base a wo mo to bombu ni bi koye ebi ti se Bahrain Iraq ni de keka ho no o se enye bo apayo na eye America fo ni nti na omo to sa de nko na nye omo pese be oman ya omo no omo enye ntokwasem no mbeto bombu bi amana koho nti obi ankara ko manfanto yem na omo hwe se de bi ye beto ye na mom Mutaba Hamenei wo se adwuma ne papa be no obeye amana borosa we ensemu a wodi tudwa ye nyina so na yemfa enanwumre no sia kase ebo no ni nyina everzi ni se de tase fa ya Kwame ni se de tase ya na
what say
ni se de ta yuje tiawa o say
okay say nwe yo di anema mi nwe na amansa kubata United Nations omo church for panini Antonio Guterres enso akasa na yenya beka ya na wotwetwem na wieye ana yete se topa ye kese bia to abra na Ghana yedi afofida no na topa ye ne to ye no ba bia asrafo a wo mo boban de ma amansa kubata United Nations Ghana soja fo mu wo mu no ena topa ye ne koto makache ma Ghana soja fo makoma konnan epira ye na ba ko de mu odin pa no ena chese koma no a se empa bankum na niema nyankropo amamu a na chese wo ye didemu anesa na eno na yewura Antonio Guterres o yamansan kubata United Nations Church for chese sanne ye ne ntokotwa na ekoso America Iran Israel ntemo o mude fra wonu mu a entokwa ne mfa mo ho no enya de wo se ewiase amansan nyina asoso na de di nkai wogina amansan kubata United Nations enem na o de chope mu de Ghana ban ene Ghana srafo a wo mo boban e de ma aye United Nations na ebom no asotwe bia wo ho no mo beko nhyiamu kese na wo mo atwro e de akose wonu mu a wo mo hyehya sa atopa ye na etoko Ghana fo asoja fo tena bia no ya hwem na mpata ne asotwe bia wo mu no ya de ama entise ne mansuafo onumanyamfo kude to abla kwatwro koye se yenya hwehwemu mapa e wo kwan atopa ye ne timi free Iran ne America ne Israel fo ntemu a ebe san Ghana fo no emu hwehemu nkoso no na Antonio Guterres aba